Not too long ago here on the channel, we took a look at a med kit from the folks at Refuge Medical, which was extremely comprehensive, very high quality, and really the only pushback I got from any viewers on that one was the price was about 250 bucks. So you do get what you pay for. But I got another package from Refuge Medical today. In this video, we're going to take a look at something that is a little more budget friendly from those folks and still has everything you need in it to potentially save a life. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. And there goes Kuma. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for another video. You'll notice I'm considering doing away with the 30-second elevator pitch opening. So even though I'm rambling now, let me know what you think about that. But one component of survival, which means basically staying alive, is preparedness. And you know that I'm a big proponent of being prepared to deal with medical emergencies. And like I said, not too long ago, we took a look at an admittedly pretty expensive, but very comprehensive, very well done trauma type med kit from the folks at Refuge Medical. Well, in this brown box here, I've got another item I just got today from the folks at Refuge Medical that is a lot less money, but still very capable, and it's going to help you be prepared to save yours or somebody else's life and stop some massive bleeding. But first, another component of being prepared, in my opinion, is being prepared to defend yourself from bad guys and bad girls, mostly guys usually. But and I think one of the best ways to do that is with a firearm. If you're going to have a firearm, you need to be able to hit what you're shooting at. And one of the components of that is having a good set of sights. So that's a segue for today's sponsorship spot because this video is sponsored by my friends at XS Sights. So let's take a look at those. Well, as I said, today's video is sponsored by my friends at XS Sights. You may have seen XS Sights on the channel before because I have been using these XS big dots for several years now. And the way that works is basically your sight picture is you just dot the eye with a big old dot, and these are really, really fast. They don't require a whole lot of alignment. It's a very natural thing to do. So for combat sights, these are really fast. But if you like a little more precision, maybe you're just really more used to the old notch and post sights, they offer these F8 sights. There's the kind of the sight picture you're looking for there. Basically, you line the top of them up just like you do a regular sight. The advantage of that is of these over the standard Glock sights, which you can see right here, that are just plastic white outline sights. First of all, the advantage of the XS sights, one is they are steel sights, they're metal sights, so they're a lot more robust. But the other advantage is, here's a little illustration. They have not only a very, very nice glow-in-the-dark luminescent ring on them, which is big and really easy to see, but there's also a tritium dot in the middle and a little tritium dot underneath there. So at night, if you can just line up the two dots, I mean, you can see both dots, you're really close to on target. So that's pretty cool there too. They also, I just put this on my AR. Another thing the XS offers is this white post front post, white stripe front post for a standard AR sight, which is just a lot more visible. So it's really draws your eye to it as well. And one more thing I want to show you, and I don't have time to go to it in this video, but they also offer this really, really nice armorer's block that you can mount in your vise. Not only will this secure your lower in the magazine well, but it also has some holes that you can, if you're building an upper, you can secure your upper and using the takedown pin holes in there. So pretty cool there. So one thing I did want to show you about one of the reasons I prefer these XS sights over stock Glock sights. If your hand was injured or something like that and you need to rack this slide, you can get it on your belt and it rack. Here's it rack. So just like that. And you don't have to do that. So, and I'm not saying you can't do that with the stock plastic Glock sights, but that just feels a lot more robust to me. So I know this has been a little bit longer of a promo, but I really want to show you these sights. I think they're excellent sights. I'm a huge fan of XS sights, and I want to give a big thank you to those folks for sponsoring today's video. And again, that's XS Sights. And they also offer this no questions asked warranty. They're just good people over there. I've met the guys at XS Sights at some of the shows. They're really good people. They're shooters, they're not just business people, and they know what they're doing over there. So anyway, that's XS Sights. Thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Now, let's take a look at this Stop the Bleed kit. Okay, so I'm sorry for the glaring sunshine. When I came out to make the video, the sun was behind the cloud. It wasn't all bright and glaring, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna open this box up and show you what we got in here. What we have is this public access individual bleeding control kit from North American Rescue. And this thing's about 56 bucks or so, 55 bucks on Refuge Medical. But if you use the coupon code SOP, you can save 10% on any kit there. Not each individual component, but any kit. And I checked, this is a kit. So, first of all, you can see it is shrink wrapped. I'm not even opening it yet. I thought we were going to do that together, but it's shrink wrapped and it's and vacuum packed in this very tough plastic container. So it's going to keep everything safe and everything from getting damaged, and just stick this in your car, in your pack or whatever. So let's just open it up. It's got a nice tear strip on top where it's red. You can see where to tear it and tear it off. And it comes unvacuumized. Is that a word? Unvacuumized. Let's see what's in here. So first of all, there is a small little instructions for use. So even if somebody doesn't know anything about first aid, you know, in an emergency, that it tells you how to put a tourniquet on. And this comes with a cat tourniquet, a North American Rescue cat tourniquet, which is the real deal, a good one. It's orange. I like the orange tourniquet. So first of all, that's about 30 bucks right there. Some instructions for how to put it on. So if you were hurt and all you can say is, hey, there's a kit, go get this kit and use the tourniquet, there's instructions in it, you know, that gives at least somebody a fighting chance that doesn't know anything about first aid to save your life. I know the time to learn that stuff is not when you need it. You need to train and learn about it before, but you know, you might need somebody that just doesn't do that, that hasn't done that, to know how to do it. So it's got also instructions on here how to use gauze and compress, and it features a 6-inch EDT emergency trauma dressing. So this is sort of like the Israeli bandage. So it's going to have a pad with it with a wrap that you can wrap around and secure it. So that's in here. Features a North American Rescue wound packing, 3 inches by 15 feet. It's just packing gauze, and again, shrink wrapped, very, very small. Use that for a compress, use it in conjunction with this or whatever, and it features actually two of those, so it gives you plenty to pack a big, big wound. Also features 2 North American Rescue trauma gloves, and again, as I said before, man, the sun is really bright, I'm sorry. I like the fact these are blue because, again, don't use black gloves in your kit, because you're gonna, if you need to check for wounds, you know, you can feel around and you can find out if there's blood on your hands. If it's black, you really can't see the blood. You can definitely see the blood here. So I think that's real important. That's something a lot of people, I'm not heard too many people talk about, but I learned that at tactical response at the trauma med class there, the immediate action medical class. There's a North American Rescue survival blanket in here. This is really good to help prevent shock and stuff, because shock is a big component. It's kind of like a byproduct of a major injury, and you want to keep people nice and warm if they're in shock. So this is a very, very compact little way to do that. And finally, a nice set of trauma shears. These are very good shears, and they are there like that. And they are, I'm not sure, it tells you what kind they are somewhere. They are responder trauma shears, large. And one more, a little permanent marker here for several things you can do with this. But the main thing is, if you put a tourniquet on, you want to write the time on there, so the first responders, when they get there, they'll know how long this has been on. And it's always good information to know. That's what's in the bleeding control kit. And I think this is a really, really comprehensive little kit for around 50 bucks, because blood loss is one of the major causes of death in any kind of traumatic injury. So this is going to have everything that you might need potentially to stop, control some heavy blood loss. And if you haven't had any training, I highly encourage you to get some training in how to use this stuff, because as good as these little instructions are, there's no substitute for actual hands-on training. And even though you may carry a gun like me, the chances of needing something like this, as I say it over and over, are much, much greater than the chances of needing your gun. And I'm on a mission to get everybody in America to carry a tourniquet with them at all times. So I think this is a great thing. Thanks again to the folks at Refuge Medical for sending me this so I can show it to you. Thanks to the folks at Excess Sights for sponsoring today's video and for making such great sights. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.